Welcome back. I'm Shat and we got ourselves another video. Once again, another Black Chat in London video. I am going to go to London one day and I'm gonna talk with their accent. Shat is my name, bruv. Are you into tattoos? They're gonna pick at me, but I'm gonna do it one day. This video is about deception and liars. These two gonna go back and forth, and one of them is gonna start sounding like really crazy. Both of them have messed up in the conversation. One of them made a slight mess up, but the other one, they really jump out the window. Leonardo DiCaprio wife off Inception. They do that.
Look at me! Oh, no!
We got another Cash App message. Clinton K. People are cuckoo, bro. You on to something. $5. Nah, Clinton, they ain't cuckoo. They're on crack. Actual street drugs. I'm actually thinking about starting a Patreon. But until I start a Patreon, y'all gonna stop hiding my dollar. Y'all gonna send me my dollar or else.
Where my money?
Man, I gave Aaron your money.
But hold up, you just hitting this video, need to hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and in the comment section, give me a thumbs up or a heart, just to let me know that it's real. But let's waste no more time. Let's roll the clip.
Oh, you know what that was? Oh, that doo-doo, man.
Being with my boyfriend for a year and he's amazing. Like, honestly, this man has changed my life. Everything he does for me and my son, I'm thankful I found him. But unfortunately, we had our first big fight. I basically booked him a surprise holiday for his birthday, as I feel he never treats himself and is always working crazy shifts. When I gave him the gift, to my surprise, he wasn't happy, and he kept making excuses as to why he can't go. I told him the tickets are non-refundable, so eventually he admits to me he doesn't have papers and is an illegal immigrant. I feel he betrayed my trust by not telling me this upfront. We live together, he's taking on my son. He's now trying to pressure me to marry him to avoid him getting deported if he appeals to the Home Office fails. He's saying after all he's done for me is the least I can do. If I love him, what's the issue? But this is not how I pictured getting married. I wanted the proposal, the ring, and the big white wedding. What do I tell my parents? He's a good guy, but I don't think I can do this.
I don't know if you should marry that guy. He did say that that guy's now pressuring her, right? That don't sound like y'all supposed to get married. Sound like he could have. I don't know for a fact, but he could have hid this. That's what I'm thinking of. Sound like he's a sneaky person.
Okay.
What say you?
Nipples first.
What's wrong with you?
Okay.
What do you want us to do? You decided to
To be fair,
Okay, ladies first.
Yes.
So, Cookie will give you the honor.
To be fair, I think the only sneaky thing was not telling her. So it's kind of like, did you plan on like marrying her for papers without? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if me personally, if you came to me and said, oh, I don't have papers, then I can decide whether or not I want to continue the relationship. But the fact that it only took me booking you a holiday for me to find out that you don't have papers, now all of a sudden you want to marry me, was that your intentions in the first place? Why are you doing that? What's the issue?
Is it this show now? Back chat, you know how to talk properly. Now you're trying to talk like an arsehole. You don't do it. Clearly you've been twanged. The first thing you should have done is basically said to the guy, look, you've decided that you want to deceive me to get me to this point, when really, you know the payment for paper is at least 16K. So, if you want to continue this thing, drop me my 16K and stop this charade. Because we can't say that in actual fact you're a good person or you're not a good person. We can't.
That makes sense.
What we can say definitely is that you demonstrated how good you are to me to get me to a certain point so that eventually I can now do the paper. But God knows what will happen after I give you that paper.
Goddamn right.
That's true.
Sure.
Not necessarily. So you're basically saying everybody that dates someone who doesn't have a paper.
No, I didn't. I said
didn't
that one
say that.
specifically because he asked the question. So why are you saying everybody?
No, because
And
the
you
way
put on
you're
the question
saying
on
it
your
is
own
like,
page.
oh, 16K. The way you're saying it is like, oh, if someone doesn't have papers, like, yeah, because of 16K or.
Why is the way I'm saying it when I've just said it?
He's not saying that at all. He literally said that based off this story, what he heard, that this guy did not tell her that he needed papers. Then when the situation happened where she now found out he doesn't have papers, he's now pressuring her to marry him so he can get papers for all that he's done. It actually looks like he could have easily been using her just to get papers. I need to see an image of this guy, see what she looks like and what he looks like, and this will solve all this.
The ugliest thing that's ever lived, and you know it!
If she's a hunchback and he's handsome, that's for papers.
Question was very simple. In that situation there, in that scenario there, if you want to change it, then change it.
Playing devil's advocate.
Go
So
on.
let's say he was up front in the beginning
Yes.
and said I didn't have papers.
Yes.
So you're basically saying that all the nice stuff, just because he doesn't have papers, all the nice stuff is out the window.
No, what I'm saying is that...
No, but that's what you're trying to say, because you're basically saying, well, duh, of course he's going to ask you to marry him for exchange for everything that he did.
Nipples. I don't try to say, I say. There's a difference. What I'm saying to you is that if he was nice to you, genuine with you, based on what you thought was genuine, and he now later on tells you he didn't have papers, and it was for that purpose, that means we can question the niceness. No?
Yes.
No, he didn't say in the question that it was for that purpose.
What was it? We later on found out what?
That he hasn't got papers, but she found out because she booked a holiday.
Yeah, he was never
So
going to mention.
why would you not mention that?
Because it's a surprise.
Or maybe it's
What
embarrassing.
kind of a surprise is that? I can surprise
Maybe
you with
it's
the cake.
embarrassing to not have papers, or he didn't want her to think that she might think I'm using her. So let me not say it in case she thinks I'm only dating
So
her.
then it would be better.
That sounds foolish what you just said. If I tell you in the beginning, you're going to believe I'm trying to date you for papers. But if I don't tell you and then you find out on your own, like down the road in a relationship, is now love because I was embarrassed. Just because it's embarrassing don't change anything. You 100% supposed to say that in the beginning. So then they wouldn't think that. Maybe I'm wrong. That don't make no sense. Because if you're a guy with no job and you're talking to a lady with a good job, if you tell her in the beginning, she can now understand, possibly. But if she find out down the road that you don't have a job and you never said it, why would it not look like you're trying to use her for her money? Right?
Better to start a relationship with deception than to start it with honesty.
But not everybody's upfront in relationships.
I never said there was, but I'm asking you now. It is better to start a relationship with deception than honesty. Tell me now, madam.
Everyone's deceptive in some sort of way.
So you
before
accept...
What does that mean?
You don't drop your flaws in every single relationship that when you
shouldn't
get
we
into
though?
a relationship.
So that we can actually know what we're getting ourselves into.
Do you get into a relationship and tell them this is what I'm bad at, this is my bad attitude, this is do you do that?
No.
I can tell you firsthand.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
Because Johnny over here said that means it's correct. We're talking about right and wrong right now. Correct or incorrect. You think he don't mess up? Is that what we're doing? Just because most people do it don't mean it's correct. Once upon a time, most people agreed with slavery. Does that mean it's correct? I'm getting upset about this fallacy you're spewing. It's pissing me off.
And for me, I didn't do that. But then when I understood the importance of being honest in a relationship so that someone can accept you for who you really are and not what they think you are, I then realized that in actual fact, deceiving anybody from the beginning makes no sense.
Easier said
Do you
than
want to
done.
why is it easier said than done?
If I come
To be honest,
you,
it's hard.
Gabs, if I come to you and I say I don't have papers, but you're beautiful and I want to take interest, the first thing you're going to think of is, yeah, I can't lie, he's using me. You're going to run.
The first thing I'm going to think of is, them nipples are great.
Leave me
Then
alone,
I'm gonna
Gabs.
think-
Leave me alone.
Then I'm going to think it ain't worth my time because I don't understand this no paper situation. I got no time to figure out you and your papers when I'm trying to figure out
Exactly,
how to
which
do
is
more
why
business.
I'm
So
only playing
I'm going to
devil's
say
advocate.
respectfully, I don't want to be interested.
Which is why he didn't
no
come
papers.
forth and say, you know, I
So
don't
you
have
think
papers.
it's all right to deceive her?
That's what you're saying. Because it was most likely going to be a bad answer, it's all right to deceive the other person. That's what you just said. That's wild. But if I can be completely honest right now, if I can guess, she's thinking as if this man is a woman. That's what I think she's doing right now. If a lady is uncomfortable about telling a guy certain things, a lot of women will agree that if you hide that, you'll find out if he actually loves you anyways. That's what I believe is happening right now. But I could be wrong.
I
So
don't
you
have
think
papers.
it's all right to deceive her?
Everyone's deceitful in some sort of
So
way.
you like
What does
the
that
idea of
mean?
men deceiving women?
Not necessarily, because everybody
that's what-
deceives everybody when they're
No,
first dating
no.
somebody.
Not everyone. Don't skate. Walk. Everybody is not the question here. He deceived her. Are you comfortable with that deception?
I mean, it's not right, but I understand why he did it.
So you're
What does understanding mean?
Oh, good question.
I understand why dudes put hands on people who can carry children. What does the understanding mean? This is the... She's retarded, and I'm triggered now.
okay with women being deceived by men like him.
Everybody deceives everybody, as I said.
Projection.
No, they don't.
If you're talking to a girl, I'm sorry,
Reflection is
one second.
powerful.
If you're talking to a girl, she's deceiving you by putting forward her good traits, and eventually you'll find out her bad traits. If you're talking to me, I will show you my good traits. Nobody's gonna come forth in front of you and give you their bad traits straight away.
See, exactly what I meant. She did it. Ha! I knew it. I knew it. Tiggle Bitties over here had to be thinking from a woman. That's what she was doing. She was thinking as if that man in that story was a pretty woman.
Your ex-girlfriend a man.
Or an ugly woman. Either one. Just a woman. She can't do it. She cannot think outside the box. When I say outside the box, I mean a vagina. She can't think outside of it. So I was correct. I was correct. I can't believe you act like because you understand it, that means anything.
Eventually it will come out, and unfortunately it came out through the thing, and it was forced out of him.
People do, but generally speaking, you're right, people don't. But the easiest way to spot someone's bullshit, like we have done many times on this show and on many other shows, is when you have no bullshit yourself, you can see other people's bullshit. And I'm asking you now, are you comfortable with men like him deceiving innocent women like her with a child?
I don't know if she's innocent, but let's just keep it. Let's just pretend she is, I guess.
Yes or no?
Okay, can I just interject here for a second? Yeah, it does say he's a good man.
Good.
I'm guessing he works, he provides, he's there. He's never had a reason to not provide, which
Provided
many
makes you a
of
good
the
man.
times might be the issues when you don't have papers. You're not able to do things, but that's not the case.
Uncle Uz,
He's a good man overall.
Uncle Uz.
I'm just adding this point.
I know.
He's a good man overall. This is just one thing.
are you a good man?
So, no, it's not about me.
I'm asking you, are you a good man? You have a
I would
relationship,
like
right?
to think I'm a good man, yeah.
Do you provide?
Yes, to a certain extent.
So you don't provide completely?
But I don't understand where
You don't provide completely, right?
This is not about me.
Does that make you a good man, yes or no?
No. How do you mean? Does that make me a good man?
We said he's a good man because he provides.
Yeah.
You have a woman, right?
Huh?
You have a woman, right? Mm-hmm. Do you provide completely?
As in, all around.
Yes.
We provide in different ways.
No. You said
mean?
you provide.
We
He's a good
provide
man.
in different
Well, he don't provide completely. That's all I'm understanding right now.
ways.
You said provide. He's a
Bring
good man.
different things to the table.
Thank you. So you part provide, not completely provide.
Oh my God.
Yes or no?
This is not- Cookie. Between you and Gabe, this is not
Do you
about
part
me.
provide or completely provide?
Oh my God. This is not about me, Gabe.
The point I'm trying to get at is this idea of a good man. Mm-hmm. Why is it providing a good man? Isn't honesty a part of being a good man?
Yeah, honesty is part
So
of it.
you wasn't honest from the
But,
beginning of the
okay.
relationship.
Nobody is honest, bro. Let me tell you this
So
now.
everyone.
You're projecting.
Stop saying that. What you're not understanding is self-awareness. Self-awareness is a different thing. She keeps acting like people who are not self-aware is also the same people who are dishonest. No, it's not. There's people out there who don't know their emotion intelligence is on a retarded person level. There are people who don't know that. But did they lie to you because they thought they had emotional intelligence? No, they didn't lie. Their self-awareness skills is just terrible. But she's acting like a person who's not self-aware is the same thing as a person who don't tell a person, hey, yo, yeah, I didn't have a job. I didn't tell you because I was embarrassed to tell you that. That's not the same. One person omits. The other person, they didn't know. They literally was ignorant to their self. It's not the same. Tiggle Bitties is pissing me off.
One's a liar.
Nobody comes forth and says, hello, this is bad stuff about me, take me or leave me. Nobody does that. No matter how honest you want to believe somebody is, nobody is forthcoming about
you like it.
You just keep trying to state that people are liars, which you mean you got to deal with liars. No, you don't. You ain't got to deal with liars. I thought women are the ones who say, I'd rather be alone. You ain't got to deal with a liar. But she's thinking from a woman's mindset right now. She's thinking as if a woman trying to get with a guy. So guess what? If everyone are liars, why not get with me? But she was thinking about the guy. She would immediately say, I'm not getting with a liar. That's what I perceive what is happening right now. But I can easily be wrong.
The idea of being in a relationship with someone
it's not like the idea, it's real, it's life, it's realistic.
So you accept that?
I accept it because it's the truth.
Okay. Can I just pose a question to you? Yeah?
Yes, Papa.
Right. Do you think not having papers is a very private conversation?
No.
Like, do you think it's sensitive? Like, so if you were in that situation, would you just go around just telling
people you don't have papers?
It's just a question, by the way. That's not your case, but if you were in that situation...
Who is the everyone?
No, just like...
Everyone like you or the person I'm trying to be involved with?
Yeah, like even...
Okay,
with that, you have to build a level of trust, right?
Naturally. I would like to think so, but she says different.
What do you mean?
You say that
Can I
in
say
actual
something?
fact, everyone's a liar, so there's no trust. Therefore,
But
I don't see the point of relationship with there's no trust. But we'll get onto your own type of relationship soon. You asked me a question.
Number one.
Help me.
Please wait. Number one, he never actually brought up marrying until the fact that he finally admitted to her that he didn't have papers. Number two, papers is not something that's it can be seen as embarrassing.
Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
Not having papers. You're not just gonna come and tell somebody that you're speaking to or whatever.
Stiff wig, come here. So do herpes.
And
Herpes is also seen as embarrassing. But guess what? If you don't tell them, we look at you weird. What about a guy if he got like 11 baby mamas? You want him to tell you, don't you? You want him to tell you, right? Now, I'm gonna let you know right now, I don't think you're smart, and I think you should go sit in the corner of the wall. Go to the wall. Face the wall, do not turn around.
And it's difficult, the longer wait, you're not just, in the beginning, you're not gonna come straight away and say you don't have it. And then further on, it's going to get more difficult because it's like we are this deep into the relationship and I still haven't told her. Of course, you're going to be dodging it. Like, I'm not saying it's right, but it's life. It's the truth.
So if someone met you today.
What does that mean?
And they took you to every nice place, looked after your kid. Let's say you've got a kid. I know you don't agree with kids, but let's say you do.
So here I wanted to show you guys, I searched up phone cases and Pi is showing me that I just got rewarded for seeing.
And kid, let's met you today. And they took you to every nice place, looked after your kid. Let's say you've got a kid. I know you don't agree with kids, but let's say you do. And all this time, you didn't know that you were stealing money. He told you that he worked
There's a difference between stealing money and not having papers.
He told you that he worked for JP Morgan down there. He left the house every day in a suit. He now later on, towards the marriage, before the marriage has told you he doesn't work, or you found out, in fact, he doesn't work for JP Morgan. That in actual fact, he's a thief. Are you going to look at me saying?
Of course not.
So, he provides everything. Does all those things. But for the fact that he doesn't tell you that he's a thief, means what? He's not trustworthy, right? So he's not a good man.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying...
For all the good intentions that you have, if you can't be honest, how can we then say that somebody is a good man?
You're not going to go around and tell everybody I'm a thief. Nobody's doing that. It's my point.
You don't tell the world, because you tell the world, you go to jail. If you tell the person that you're with, that you're supposed to be locked in with, is that not different? Uncle.
All right, so
is she changing? Has she just changed what the discussion is? So she agreed. Do you agree with that? We should break up. She's retarded. Big screen. She is slow. I'm upset. I want to know if she just agrees that they should break up. Should they marry him? That was the question. Now she's just saying, I'm not saying it's a good thing, but it's the truth. What does the truth mean? I need to know your decision. Biddies, Tigo Biddies, what's your decision? She's just talking. So now she's just walked into a space where she don't want to pick a side. I'm letting everybody know right now. She don't want to say it no more, but she's all right with heifers lying to niggas. She's all right with liars if they're women.
He ain't lying.
That's my own spin on it. She might not agree with what I just said, but I don't care. I'm gonna just paint you out to be a certain person because I don't trust you. What are you actually supposed to do about this? This lady has pissed me off so much. I think that that guy was correct. He was definitely correct. And madam, any guy who get what you need to watch you.
These balls on your butts.
Y'all know she just said it's all right to lie. I'm trying not to make that up, but that's what I heard because everyone does it. That's what she said. Can you be a bigums with a stiff wig and a liar? Ain't that too many flaws?